What's are showing this chart? Bullish or bearish? Let us know in the comment sections below. Listen to this Yahoo Finance news about the recent price predictions of the Bitcoin.
Here for Bitcoin, that's down by about 2.6%. That's lower by about $500 on the day, sitting still at about 20,000. And just to put that in broader perspective here, over the past 5 days, you had seen this nudge up above 21,000 and levitate there for a little bit.
Bitcoin minus 4.54%, and other cryptocurrencies were falling Monday, with the digital asset space facing a busy week that will test the correlations between the cryptos and the stocks amid the wave of key macroeconomics news. The price of Bitcoin was falling 2.5% over the past 24 hours, trading around the $20,000 roundabout. The largest cryptocurrency remains around its highest levels in more than a month, with a rally into the ends of last week carrying Bitcoin up as high as near $21,500. Before we start the video, I'm again appealing that subscribe the Bitcoin Thinking channel and turning on the red notifications button. Bitcoin sank as much as 6.4% to the $19,000, the lowest level in 2 weeks. The losses were severe in similar altcoins and tokens with the ties to the FTX, FTT plunged 80%, the Solana, which is backed by the FTX, and the Alameda plunged nearly 20% on the Wednesday.
Bitcoin. And basically what we have on Bitcoin, we had a breakout that occurred about 10 days ago here, right? So we had this beautiful downsloping trend line. And this is something I was expecting. I think last time I was on, I said we might go as high as 22,500, maybe 25 on this pump. But it was all predicated that we would break out of this channel, right? Or this wedge pattern. And that's exactly what we did. And now what you're getting here after we got this 2-bar move up, we're basically seeing sideways chop. Well, as of now, that sideways chop is called bullish consolidation. And what's interesting is it's consolidating into the Fed on Wednesday. So my guess is we're going to stay sideways choppy into the Fed on Wednesday. And then you're either going to see the most probable outcome, which will be a move up, or if the probabilities fail, then you'd see the downside move. But I would favor the upside with a target here of around 22,500 near term. Maybe max upside would be 25 over the next month or so into year end.
During an interview with the YouTube channels, Paul Brown Network's Gal Soloway was talking about the crypto trading experts Plan B, hinted that a major move in November's could be in store for the largest decentralized finance asset, as he illustrated on the percentage of the Bitcoin's profit chart posted on October 13. Could we see a Fed pivot? Meanwhile, we are taking a look at the possibility of the surpass XRP rally before November 15th. Cryptocurrency extended losses on the Tuesday. The global crypto market cap stood at $1 trillion with a volume of the $94.8 billion in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin is the world's largest and the most popular virtual cryptocurrency. Bitcoin slumps 3.1% to the $20,000. Its market value stood at the $394.4 billion. The traded volume at the $54 billion. Bitcoin is trading above its critical level at the $20,000. It has struggled to the break above the $21,000. Bitcoin has been down by the nearly 2% since the previous day due to the low volume. If buyers can seize the initiative, we might see it reach the $21,000 mark, or we might see it fall to the $20,400. Bitcoin Ether falls sharply on the token linked to the FTX takes a sharp tumble. The price of Bitcoin fell below the $20,000 for the first time in the nearly 4 weeks on the Tuesday, with the Ether also under pressure as a token linked to the crypto exchange FTX tumbled below a crucial level. Bitcoin minus 4.69% was off nearly 5% over the last 24 hours to the $19,700. Headed for the lowest closing since October 24, according to the CoinDesk data. Ethereum minus 6.27% was down more than 5% in the same period to the $1,400, also the lowest since around the date. Losses for those major cryptocurrency came as the price of the FTT, the native token of the FTX, slide 19% over the 24 hours to the around to $18. Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of the FTX, and the Changpeng Zhao, CEO of the Binance, have been at the loggerheads after the Zhao said Sunday that Binance would sell its remaining FTT tokens, with the Bankman-Fried responded that a competitor is trying to go after it with false rumors. Bitcoin Ether was sharply as on token linked to the FTX takes a sharp tumble. Unprecedented inflation as the primary reason the United States Federal Reserve is rising interest rates And since rate hike began in the March 2022, Bitcoin and the broader crypto market have been in the corrections. Over the last 24 hours, the price of the world's largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is traded roughly 2.3%. Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market have not fared well this year in the face of the reportedly rising interest rates, which have led the market to the shun riskier assets and the rush to the safer ones. The market is also still digesting the Federal Reserve's November meeting last week, in which it raised its benchmark overnight lending rate, the federal funds, by 75 basis points for the fourth consecutive time. Leading up to the meeting, many investors have expected to see the Fed pivot from its hawkish policy. Instead, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said to expect higher interest rates for the longer, dampening hopes for an immediate pivot. It's different from the normal inflation metric in this. Instead of simply measuring the total numbers of the coins flowing its exchange, it tells us how large the average transaction to the exchange has been recently. When the value of this indicator is high, it means investors are depositing a lot of the Bitcoin to exchange right now. Such a trend can be a sign of dumping in the market. According to this chart, the trend in the Bitcoin exchange inflow means over the last few days. The Bitcoin exchange inflow means has seen a couple of the spikes in the last 24 hours. Since these spikes have come as the price of the crypto has surged up, they could be coming from whales trying to profit from the pump. In the past, the occurrence of the multiple Bitcoin exchange influence means spikes larger than 15 Bitcoin. The value has generally been followed by a dip in these crypto spikes. Another chart at the same coin posted earlier this month, which displays a recent instance of this kind of the trend in the inflation means. Bitcoin bears have successfully surpassed Bitcoin price below the $25,000 for 146 daily closes, but derivatives data shows no desperation from pro traders. Bitcoin $19,400 closed above the $25,000, and the result is that investors are less sure that the $20,000 support will hold. Backing these concerns are persistent global financial and macroeconomic tensions, which escalated on November 7 after European Union officials expressed concerns about the $369 billion United States Inflation Reduction Act. The 3-month futures annualized premium should trade at the plus 4% to plus 8% in the healthier markets to cover cost and the associated risk. The chart shows that the derivatives traders have been neutral to the bearish for the past week, as the Bitcoin futures premium remained below the 2.5% the entire time. More importantly, the metric did not improve. The Bitcoin rallied 7% between the November 3 and November 5 to the test the $21,500 resistance. This price level was the highest since September 13, so the data reflects the professional traders' unwillingness to add a leverage long bull positions. Bitcoin borrowers can only short the cryptocurrency because they bet on its price declining. However, unlike futures contracts, the balance between the margins, longs and short is not always matched. Data shows that the OKX traders' margin lending ratio has remained relatively stable at 8 for the past weeks. From outside, the indicator is somewhat concerning, given the rally from $20,500 to the $21,400 in November 4, which would have positively impacted the margin lending ratio. The present 8.5 level leaves enough room for a sustainable leverage buying pressure when the times comes. That's it for today. If you haven't already, subscribe the Bitcoin Thinking channel and turning on the red notifications bar, so you'll never miss any more future fascinating and interesting videos like that one. So see you next time.